What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we have Jablonec in the Europa Conference League group stage and Benfica away from home in Liga Portugal. One of, if not the hardest game of the league season. We played them away from home last year in one of the only 4 games we played. We lost 1-0, but that's not a terrible result for our second game with the team. The hardest game probably of the league season, ended up being maybe the second hardest because Porto kind of destroyed us, but one of the hardest games of the league season. And they were new to our tactic. We hadn't really built the squad like we wanted. Now we've had some time with the team. Hopefully we can get a better result. But before we get to that, we're going to play Jablonec. We played 2 games since I last saw you. Done pretty well in both of them. We're scoring goals. Go to the correct season. We played Steaua Bucharest, or FCSB, in the group stage. Beat them 3-0 at home, but 3 goals, 2 by Pedro Gonçalves, 1, his first goal for the club, Douglas Costa. It's good to see him get a goal. And then Loures, who are like a 3rd division side in the Taça de Portugal, kind of smashed them 4-0 with 3rd and 4th stringers, so good to see them stepping up and getting some goals. Paulinho starting this match, getting a brace. Castillo getting a goal. Bruno Paz getting a goal. He's like a 5th, 6th string midfielder, so a lot of rotation. And we're going to rotate a little bit for this match, too, because I want to be fully fit for this Benfica match, and there's only 2 days in between, so I have to rotate. I wanted to completely rotate the team, but I thought that might be a little too much. I still want to get a win here. I still want to finish top of the group, and I think even with the loss, we still probably would, but I'm not going to risk it. So we're playing a little bit of a rotate squad. Tomas does start up top. Abisher starts behind him. I want to make sure Gonçalves is fit for the match against Benfica. He is our most important player, so he's not going to get the start. I am starting Santos and Tabata, who are maybe our starting wingers. I don't know. We've kind of got a 3-man rotation between them and Douglas Costa. We are starting Mateus Nunes, who is a starter, but I felt like I need to start at least one starting midfielder. He'll start next to Ugarte. Mendez does start at left back. I felt like the drop-off between him and Vinagre is so large, I couldn't really risk it in this match, so he will start. I'll probably rest him after this, so hopefully he can play both. Segovia gets the start over Inacio. Caceres does start. Escaio starts at right back, and Adon starts in goal. So a little bit of rotation, mostly rotated squad. A few starters in there that I think can make the difference today. Nuno Santos, Mateus Nunes, Nuno Mendes, Caceres defensively. Adon, obviously, goalkeepers don't get tired, so I can start our starting goalkeeper whenever I want. Even our bench, I've done a little bit of rotation on. Ditta starts on the bench. Castillo. Polina does start on the bench. So we've got some game changers if we need them. Polina, Gonçalves. Bergantia starts on the bench. Kolo Muani. So no Douglas Costa. And no Gareth Bale. Paulinho starts on the bench as well. They're all fit. I just didn't want to risk them. So put some backups on there. Paulinho, obviously he just got 2 goals. So if we need a goal scorer, Tomas is having his kind of common do-nothing game. Paulinho maybe can come on and make a difference. Hopefully this squad will be good enough, though. It is a home game against probably the second weakest team in the group, so I'm still pretty confident of a good result. We've been on a good run lately, and I know some of you maybe haven't played as much football as you wanted to start the season so far, but this is your chance to impress me. I still have faith in all of you. Go out there and make a difference. You've left Randall Kolo Muani out today, despite being in good form. What's the thinking there? It's just squad rotation. That's the nature of the beast these days. Also, he's not a starter, so I don't know why you think he needs to start. How's the mood in the camp right now? We're in a great place. The atmosphere is really strong, and I think that shows on the pitch. Antonio Don captains the team today. What characteristics make him stand out as a good leader? He has such a strength of resolve and character. He's a true leader. 35 years old, the most senior member of the starting lineup. Obviously, this is his last year, which is why I didn't make him a captain. He had a chance to be either the captain or the vice captain because we lost Coates. But I wanted to give it to a player that is going to be here long term. This is his last year here. I didn't think it made sense to make him a captain. So he's the main captain off the bench. If one of our captains isn't starting, he gets the captaincy on the pitch. But yeah, I think Inacio is our vice captain. And is it for Bruno Gonçalves, I think, is our captain. Don't quote me on that. Highlight here in the 25th minute. It's going to be a corner. Tabata to take. Gets headed out, but only as far as Nuno Santos. Back to Tabata, who is tied in the lead for assists for this season so far. So that's pretty good. Considering he's definitely not been, an every game starter either. So It's a pretty good season for him so far. And Thiago Tomas continuing what's been a pretty good run of form for him. Gets his 5th goal of the season. And we have the go-ahead goal 25 minutes in against Jablonec. And it's, I'm not going to say it's a high-quality goal, but it's a quality goal. Tomas, I've struggled with him just because I feel like if he's not scoring, he's not doing much. But when he is scoring, he's one of the best players in the team. And he can really be a game changer. So I'm glad to see him on the score sheet. Hopefully he can score a few more goals today because it does seem to when he gets some, he gets them in bunches. So let's see if we can get maybe a hat trick for him again. But it looks like we're going to go to a halftime. No, we're going to have a highlight. Thought we were going to go into halftime 1-0, but we're going to have a highlight here in the 41st minute. And it's starting with their goal kick. We should be winning this. Caceres does win it. Nunez looking over the top for Tomas, who takes a good touchdown. And he gets his second. I said they come in bunches. And there's his second of the game from a direct ball over the top. And he gets a very good first touch. Beats his man. He's got that pace to be able to beat a man if he gets a good first touchdown there. Nunez with the ball over the top. This defender doesn't stand a chance. Tomas chests it down. Good finish, too. In off the inside of the post. That's what I want to see from Thiago Tomas. I hadn't been seeing that consistently, which is why he's not the starter right now, which is why I brought in Gareth Bale. But if he can do that consistently, even Gareth's spot isn't guaranteed. I'm pleased with that first half. We've created loads, and the scoreboard reflects that. I need you to work just as hard in the second half, though. Start the second half here in the 50th minute, and we're going to start with the ball. Tomas on it. Back to Mateus Nunez. Looks like we made the right choice putting him in this match. He had the assist, so he does make a big difference. Mendez, he's probably also somebody I might look to take off the pitch pretty soon. Is that his hat trick? I asked him to get me one, and he might have just done it. A ball in from Abisher. I think that might be his first assist of the season if he does count. Good finish, though, even if it doesn't count. And it is a goal. He gets his hat trick. I don't know what it is. He sees the back of the net. Once he knows where the back of the net is, he just cannot stop scoring. But next game, he could be 90 minutes and do absolutely nothing. He's very inconsistent, but when he's on, we're basically unbeatable. 70th minute, we're up 3-0. Time to take off some of the starters we played. So, my question is, do I take off Nuno Santos? Because I do probably want one of these two to start next match, next to Douglas Costa. And, Tabata's been playing better this season. Do I take him off? I don't think, even though Thiago Tomas has a hat trick today, I still don't think I'm going to start Gareth Bale tomorrow, or in 3 days, whatever it is. Nunez, I know, is going to come off, though. He's very important to this team. Bergancha's going to come on for him. Nuno Mendes probably also going to come off. Do I make all three now? He's still pretty fit, so I might not take him off just yet. I'm going to take off one of these wingers, though. And I think it's going to be Bruno Tabata. He's tied in the lead for assists. He's played better today. So, Kolo Muani's going to come on at right wing. He's been playing decently well. They obviously talked about him in the pregame press conference. So, give him another chance today. Having the backups in, it's been a very dominant performance. 11 shots, 4 on targets. Isn't a lot, but 2 XG from that. Our chances have been good chances, and they've not created anything. So, very impressive from pretty much, 2 starters in the back line, but still, Segovia, I don't really rate. And this guy was a pretty good backup, but, he's done well. Midfield's done well. The strike force has been great. Maker of last 7 is going to be Nuno Mendes. He's the most important player on the pitch. Don't want to risk him any longer, so Segovia is going to go to left back, and I'm going to go with the double 5'11" partnership of Caceres and Ditta. I think it's probably going to be okay. We're 3-0 up. I don't think they have the 6'9" target man that's going to score 4 goals in 6-8 minutes. So I think we're going to be all right. Ditta's going to come in, and I think team should be pretty rested. Caceres, the only starter really on the pitch, but center backs don't get that tired. Definitely compared to the other positions. So I think he'll be fine to start next match. So let's see this game out. And get ready to play Benfica. That's where it's going to be tough. This match I felt we were going to win this no matter who we put in there. Okay, they've scored. I still felt we were going to win this no matter what. No matter who we put out there. So, Benfica, I'm not sure what to expect. They're off to a decent start. They're ahead of us in the table, but they've also played like 2 or 3 more games than us. If we did win all of our games in hand, we would be ahead of Benfica. So technically, we've started better. So now I just need to see it, show out like that on the pitch. Good win today, though. A very nice victory. Well done. I can't be unhappy with any of your play out there. Just a very good overall performance. Tomas, obviously man of the match with that performance. Hat trick. I mean, it's still not going to get him the start against Benfica, but I kind of trust him now to come off the bench and make a difference. So if Gareth Bale's not performing up to quality, we've got an option. Thiago Tomas can score a buttload of goals. But now we're going to have to do it against possibly the best team in the league, Benfica. The hardest game of the season, possibly, in the league at least. Let's do it. And it is time for Benfica. I rested some of the starters that did play last match, hoping they'd be fit for this match. And they are. Nuno Mendes is fit. Tejas Nunez is fit. Tabata's fit. So we have our full first team available. Full starting bench available. Every player that we could hope to have for this match is available and ready to play. So if we're ever going to beat them, this is the time to do it. This is our chance to exact revenge on Benfica after our last experience against them. I know this is a big rivalry, so let's show them who we really are. First highlight of the match comes 4 minutes in. It's our corner. Tabata to take. Paulinho doesn't quite win the header, but Douglas Costa does end up with it. Back into Paulinho, who takes the shot, and we have a lead. We didn't get a single goal in our last time against them away from home. We get one within 4 minutes. And it's João Paulinho with the shot from outside the area. He had a chance from the corner. Couldn't quite win it. Loses the header out to Morato. But Douglas Costa picks it up. Finds him again on the edge of the area. He does not miss the second time. Puts it in the top corner. 1-0 to Sporting. Great start. This result puts us ahead of Benfica with 2 games in hand. So we'd be in a very good position if we do end up winning this match. Especially to be able to win the away leg. I would have been happy with the draw. I'm still happy with the draw. But if we can win, it just gives us all the more chances of actually maybe possibly winning the league this year. And that's not a penalty. That's going to be a free kick. He was pretty clearly outside the area. They're going to do a penalty review, but it's not going to be a penalty. Obviously, it was outside the box. But we've got decent free kick takers, so this isn't a terrible opportunity for us. It's going to be Pedro Gonçalves to take it. I don't think it's going to go for goal. He does go for the back post, but their center back heads it away. Aguilar to pick it up, though. I mean, we still have a chance. We've got a lot of players forward. We do have another highlight, though. A throw-in. Nuno Mendes. Pedro Gonçalves. We got some big men in the box. Tabata to Inacio. There's the one I was mentioning. The biggest of the big men in the box. Gonçalo Inacio puts in the back of the net. We go 2-0 up before the 20th minute of the first half away against Benfica. What a start. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Tabata, I gave him the shot to start this match. He's been playing very well. Nuno Santos, I thought was going to be the starter at the start of the season. Even when I first took over this club, my first thought was to move Tabata to the bench because I just didn't think he'd be good enough. He's been great. There's no reason not to play him right now. He's been one of the best players on the team in terms of creatively. As they're going to win that ball, but Otamendi, they are playing a 3 at the back, so, the fact we have 2 goals and they're still playing 3 at the back, they might find it hard to score. We are playing a little bit more defensive tactic as well, so we're on cautious. We're looking more for counterattacks, even though that's not where we've gotten our goals from. Pedro Gonçalves has a chance to get a third, to almost seal it. He chips him. He is so good. Pedro Gonçalves is so freaking good. I said I was hesitant to give him an 8-year deal like I gave Gonçalo Inacio. I think after this match, I'm giving him an 8-year deal. I want him here long term. I think we can win a Champions League with Pedro Gonçalves as a shadow striker. I think he's that good. He's just taking all the chances given to him. He rarely misses good one-on-ones. And that's from a shadow striker. He's not an all-out striker, even though he's got the attributes for it. I'm really happy with Pedro Gonçalves. I wasn't sure what to expect from him. I've never really used a shadow striker that often before. And he's got some kind of different attributes to what you normally see from a player in the attacking mid-role, but they might have a chance here. Is that a save, or is that just a miss? He missed that. I didn't think we got a hand to it, but that was a terrible miss. That puts us up to 5th. Same points, but way better goal difference. We have the best goal difference in the league. Belenenses, though, have not lost a match yet. They have won all but 1 game. They have also beat Benfica to do that. So it's not like they've only played crappy teams. They beat Benfica 2-0. They did win like 4 or 5 straight games in the league 1-0, but so are they really going to be that competitive towards the end of the season? I think their luck will run out a little bit, but they could be the Braga of this year. The team that actually fights us maybe for a Champions League spot. Hopefully we're not fighting for Champions League, we're fighting for the league, but I mean, this is about as promising a start as I could hope for. I'm pleased to be ahead against a talented rival. Well done, everyone. Saying that, we can't slow down in this second half. If we lose our focus for 1 second, they can and will come right back into this match. We get a pretty quick highlight to start the second half. It is Palhinha. It's 4. We are thrashing Benfica. I was going to be happy with no more highlights this second half, but we started a minute in with a goal from a corner. Palhinha getting his 3rd or 4th corner goal this season. He's been very good. I wasn't sure what to expect. Obviously, center backs score a lot of goals. I've never really used a midfielder as like the target for a corner, but he's been really good at it. We get our 4th goal. Palhinha with his 2nd of the game. Maybe Palhinha can get a hat trick. If we can get a penalty, he can definitely put away a hat trick. We've seen he's got decent long shots. Nice ball over to Severovic, though, and they might be getting one back. Very simple ball over the top from their center back who is just completely unharassed. And it's not a goal, thank the Lord. I mean, obviously, I don't think they'd be able to come back in this match. I think we're far too far ahead. But that was just far too simple. Otamendi's just not pressured at all. I mean, I feel like that's something we've kind of gotten lucky that they haven't really threatened us with, is the fact that we don't really have anyone to really cover their 3 center backs while they're in possession. I mean, I think we've done well just because we haven't allowed them to be in possession very much, but if they do get possession towards the halfway line, they could really control those 3 center backs. We've done well, though. Pedro Gonçalves has a chance for another. He doesn't miss. He just doesn't miss. It's 5-0 away at Benfica. Best game of our time here. By far. We lost both matches against Benfica and Porto in our first of the 4 games last season. First time playing one of the clubs this season, 5-0 win. And we could still get more. Of course, they could still get one back. It'd only be a consolation at this point, but the way we're going, I think we're likely to still score more. We are just in great form right now. Kyson at the back post. He has to put it back to Morato. And for Jurenchuk, heads it wide. They have just not been able to do anything in front of goal. They've had the chances too. 11 shots, 4 on target, 1 XG. I mean, I have to say we've been getting a little lucky. Their XG isn't much worse than ours, or much better than ours. Pedro Gonçalves has a chance for his hat trick. This time the keeper does make a save. He was at kind of a tough angle. Dumfries, who could have come to us this season, he wanted too much money. He ended up going to Benfica, and now he's losing 5-0. I think we got the right end of that deal. Aguilar's played very well today. They've another chance for them. They've had chances. I think we've done well to be clinical, which is a problem we've had this season. I need to make some subs because this game is over, and some players are pretty tired. I mean, obviously, Gonçalves is on a hat trick. I still think I'm going to take him off because he's the most important player to the team right now. Absher's going to come in. Tabata also been really good. Bring Nuno Santos in. Switch him with Douglas Costa. Everyone else is relatively fit, but might as well make a 3rd sub. Only 4 minutes left to go. Might as well make the sub now. I'll leave Palhinha on just in case we get a penalty, because I don't know if he's going to have a chance to get a hat trick for the rest of the series. So if he can get it now against Benfica, that'd be great. Probably Nuno Mendes is going to come off just because he's one of the most important players left on the pitch. I mean, maybe Gonçalo Inacio. Also very important because I think Inacio might actually be more important. I don't know. I was going to say we don't have a good backup at center back because I don't really like Segovia, but we don't really have a good backup at left back either because I don't like Vinagre. I mean, we can take either of them off at this point. I'm going to take off Mendes. Segovia's going to come on a left back. See this game out. Going to be a comfortable victory. If we can get another, I'd be all for it. 6-0 would look even better. It's going to be 5-0, though. A dominant victory away at Benfica. I mean, they had more shots. Their XG was only 0.2 less. They had 5 half chances and scored 0 goals. I'm not sure how happy to be with this. Obviously, we beat them 5-0. I should be pretty dang happy. But they just didn't execute. I think we did execute well. We took our chances that we were given, which is good to see. Glad to see we're being clinical, but if Benfica were on their game, this would have been a match. We might not have been able to score 5. Their defenders played better. They should have scored some goals. I mean, I just got to enjoy it, though. Good win. I'm delighted. This isn't an easy rival to compete in, so that is a great result. Take the rest of the day to savor that one, but tomorrow, it's on to the next. Taking everything into account, how big a result is this? It's a huge result. We played the match as it needed to be played, in our style, and it showed everyone what we're capable of. You certainly have the bragging rights over Benfica following that demolition. What did you make of the game? It's a fantastic result for us. I'm especially pleased with the fans who were simply magnificent today. What a win. Puts us 5th, but 2 games in hand over most, 3 games in hand over some. Guimaraes, who we beat to start the season, playing pretty well this season. 1 point ahead of us, but we got 3 games in hand. If we win our 3 games in hand, we are ahead, I think, of Jablonec. So technically, we could be top of the table. We just need to continue this form. We cannot slow up from here on. Palhinha, man of the match. Shock at Estadio de Luz. And this is kind of an interesting a message I haven't really seen before. Pedro Gonçalves leads the way for Paris Sporting. It's become clear that Pedro Gonçalves is the heart of everything good Sporting do under new manager Ryan Paris, who has enjoyed a fine start to his life at Estadio José Alvalade, who has been helped considerably by one of the best players in the Liga Portugal. They've outlined their aims to win Liga Portugal this season, and everyone at the club continues to work towards making that a reality. We've offered glimpses of what we're truly capable of this season, and largely remain on track to finish what many expected them to do. Sporting have made it known that they intend to play an exciting brand of attacking football, leaving fans and pundits alike keen to see how it looks on the pitch. There's been a positive reaction to the gegenpress style used by Paris as of late. There's plenty of optimism for the future. That's interesting. They think we're attacking and gegenpress. Gegenpress, I can see. We are very pressing, but I don't know. We don't play anything above positive. So the fact we're still counted as attacking football, I guess just because we've been scoring quite a few goals recently. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, obviously, we want to focus on defense first, but I feel like defensively we've been really good this season too. If we look at the table, we have, how many points against do we, or goals against? We have 2 goals against. Top of the league. I mean, Jablonec only 3 goals against is pretty ridiculous. Maritimo 4. Benfica have 14 goals against. We did just score 5, so that's part of the reason why, but only two goals against. We've done our job of being the best defensive team in the league so far. And we've got second most goals for, just behind Porto. Good start to the season. It doesn't get easier, though. Next, we will play Porto. This FCSB match should secure us top of the group, I'm pretty sure. So we'll come back for that as well. So Porto and FCSB will have seen every team in our group. Just a couple games in between. A little bit more games in between than we've done so far. But yeah, Braga in there. They've not gotten off to the best start this season, 9th place. I don't think we need to show that, but I definitely want to show Porto. They might be better than Benfica. I mean, based on what we just saw, it is away from home again. But they might be better than Benfica. They were better last season. They won the league last season. They destroyed us. So that is the biggest match of the league season. Right there. Away against Porto. Then the game that should secure us top of the group. And the first, I believe we have a bye through the first round if we win our group. Is the same in the Europa League, in the Europa Conference League as it is in the Europa League? So I'm pretty sure that's how that works in the Europa League. Hopefully that means we have a bye too. So good start to the season. Only, 2 draws? This one we probably should not have drawn against Astoria Praia. And this one we probably shouldn't have drawn either against Celia. But we started off a little slow. Team still pretty new to the tactic. Some new players, new to the squad. But this recent run, other than that match against Haruka, which wasn't happy with. But other than that, we have been dominating. 2 goals against Vizela in the Allianz Cup. 1 goal against Jablonec. But lots of goals scored. This could be a very good season for us. And that's going to be the end of this episode. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.